Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the data acquisition system and data logging related to the automotive applications. So what is the need of the data acquisition system and data logging, especially related to the what we call automotive related stuffs or automotive related ECUs, generally the automotive testing and related aspects. So basically this data acquisition system and data logging is part of any testing and as well as R&D purpose, or you can say the testing and development purpose. So whatever the electronic control unit related thing, or whatever the what I call any mechanical related aspects also. So initially during the testing time or development time, the testing needs to be carried, and correspondingly if the testing is done, immediately that the testing data has to be acquired, and it has to be stored for future use, maybe the data logging purpose. So basically, the data acquisition system is nothing but a gathering of information about the system or a process. It may be engine related system or a transmission related system or a braking or a vehicle level system. So what is the purpose of this data acquisition system? Means so to mainly to understand the system process, and of course mainly to research and development. So once you understood, then where are the changes needs to be done, or what are all the improvements needs to be done. So for that purpose, or you can say ultimately they for research and development purpose, and of course for a process monitoring. If you want to monitor any process or you want to any control a process also, we need a data acquisition system and as well as a data logging for future use. So what it includes the basically the data acquisition system. Basically, this data acquisition system includes more number of sensors to gather the information about the system, and those informations will be interfaced with the what you call PC or a laptop through the particular interface, and along with the application software for the particular module. So by means of this through interface, you can able to acquire the data, acquire the information about the various sensors, or information about real-time operating information about the particular system, and all those aspects can be what I called measured with the help of the various sensors, and it will be fed into the PC for the further what I called usage or further control or whatever the so set purpose. So that is the requirement and need of the data acquisition and data logging system. So basically, I said data acquisition system is nothing but a simply a gathering and informations for analyzing and research related purpose or development related purpose. And data logging is nothing but the storing, and it can be used for the later usage. So that is the difference between the data acquisition and data logging systems. So ultimately, so what are all the components or what are the systems needs to be measured in case of automotive system? Means basically the IC engine operation, and more importantly, this data acquisition system is not used in the real vehicle running, or you can say that in your own vehicle if you are taking, there the data acquisition system are not used. So only this data acquisition system will be used in the testing and development phase. Okay, during the development of particular system or development of engine or development of any particular system or a whole vehicle, it will be used. This data acquisition system has to be or can be used in a system level or as well as in a whole vehicle level also. If you want to acquire the data related to the engine related aspects, you can measure, you can mount the related sensors, and accordingly you can measure those informations. If you want to measure more than one systems, you can able to you can easily use in the other systems as well. So by means of varying the speed, load, pressure, vibration, flow, whatever the physical parameters we want to measure, so accordingly you can able to measure with the help of sensors, and that sensor information will be interfaced with the respective software through the particular interface. So basically the essential components of the data acquisition system includes sensors, signal conditioning, A to D card, and as well as the computer. So ultimately, if you will see the ADC card and the computer which includes the microprocessor or a microcontroller system. Basically, as the computer will use, of course, the microprocessor. So if you will go, and another important thing is that directly ECU can be also interfaced with the data acquisition system. For example, ECU is interfaced with more number of sensors. it may be any issues. So those information can be also interfaced with the data acquisition system through a proper interface. And of course, by means of interfacing with the computer or a laptop, you are supposed to use any kind of application software to view the data or to see to process the data, all those things. For that, MATLAB based window can be developed, or LabVIEW based systems also can be developed. So what are the applications of data acquisition system, especially in terms of IC engine? Means it will measure the temperature, load, flow, sound, vibration, emission related aspects, performance related aspects. So any number of data you can able to measure in the aspects related to the IC engines. If you will come towards any battery related aspects, for example, modern like EV vehicles, means there the battery related operations like battery temperature, battery state of charge, battery voltage, current, all those aspects can be measured. So depending upon the particular system requirements, the number of inputs and outputs can be varied, which can be fed into the what you call data acquisition module. So what are the components which is needed for the data acquisition? As we get known, the field wiring, it includes the along with an interface. The interface circuit or the interface device is the very much need and essential. And of course, that interface module may consist of the signal conditioning and as well as that is the data acquisition hardware. So the data acquisition hardware is nothing but the interface module. Interface module between the what I call physical system, that may be engine or it may be braking system or it may be a transmission or a whole vehicle system also, between the particular system to the PC. So that is act as a interface and along with the data acquisition software. So the data acquisition software, most of the times, whatever the hardware we are procuring, so accordingly, those hardware manufacturers, for example, LabVIEW based or DSpace based, similarly, other LMS based systems are also supplying the data acquisition system along with the hardware and as well as the software. In some cases, simply we will able to use any kind of interface board, maybe a to D card, or you can say DSpace, sorry, micro controller or processor based what you called interface system, and the application software can be developed by means of the user also can be used. So this is a typical rough or overall view of the what you call the data acquisition system. For example, here you can able to see the engine is fixed over here, and through this engine, what are the informations? For example, temperature, calorimeter value, flow sensor, water value, fuel load sensor, and all those things will be interfaced with the NI hardware, or you can say this is the typical. Here the data acquisition hardware is National Instrument based hardware. So like this, there are other types of hardware also available, and this will be interfaced with the what you call PC. And there in the PC, you can able to see this is the application software window where it will gives the either sometimes it will give a display only, sometimes it may able to give in the form of graphs, in sometimes you can able to store in the form of Excel files for the later use. So all those things aspects can be what I call done with the help of the what you call data acquisition software. So what are the parameters? As we said, there is no restriction that only these parameters are to be measured or these parameters not be measured. See, what are the parameters you need if the respective sensing application is there, if the respective sensing sensors are there, so all those parameters can be used, or all those parameters can be act as an input towards the data acquisition system module. And simply an irrelevant information at all not need to be measured. Only the relevant information. See, basically this data acquisition system is used to in a particular system to understand the systems more effectively, and we will improve the system performance by means of understanding the systems. We will vary the design parameter or operating parameter, or what is happening in the particular system, and all those things we will done it, and accordingly we will able to what you call change the system. So of course there is a certain form of procedure. So first we for example, if you will couple towards the engine, you need to start the engine. So simply, for example, I guess this procedure I will explain you in the coming slides. See, this is a typical output. For example, the output application software I told you now, see, it will be in the form of an indication like how much mass of fuel, mass of cooling water, see some kind of indications like temperature. Similarly, some graphs also will be there. So all those things will be used in case of the what you called data acquisition system module. This is the important aspects of the what I call the data acquisition software. So typically here I am quoting an example of Inca. I guess slightly we had discussed about the Inca in previous classes. There is nothing but a integrated calibration and acquisition software. So here it includes both calibration and as well as acquisition thing. See, calibration is nothing but changing the data or changing the values. See, for example, if you are calibrating the engine ECU, or if you are calibrating the ABS ECU, or if you are calibrating the transmission system ECU. So first of all, for that you need to acquire the data. So once the data is acquired, and those data will be stored in the ECU, and from the stored data from the ECU, it has to be retrieved towards the PC through the what we call interface, and through the application software you can able to change this data whichever you need. For example, right now at this instant NOx emission is very much high. So in order to reduce the NOx emission, okay, I am trying to change the injection timing. So accordingly, if you will change injection timing in an instant way, that is what we will call as a at the same instant it will immediately you are calibrating. So once if you are changing the what I call the injection timing value, so what is happening in the engine system and how the NOx can be, whether it is reduced or not. So all those things by means of this calibration and acquisition system, you can able to what I call integrate the ECU with the real vehicle system, and similarly the vehicle is interfaced with the calibration software in the PC. So generally, if you take in case of vehicle, the ECU is interfaced with only the system, and no one is going to see the data, what is happening, or no one is going to calibrate. But whereas during the process of calibration, the ECU is integrated with the particular system, and as well as the ECU is integrated with the calibration software as well. So two ways the ECU is integrated. So from the system, the ECU will acquire the data and it will control. It will perform their own function. And apart from the performing their own function, control function, and it will also do the what you called calibration or acquiring the data. It will share the data towards the what you call the respective user through the interface module, and accordingly it will able to change the what you call parameters in the ECU or in to provide a better output. So for example, how to connect the ECU to the PC. So of course, see, this is typically what I called any ECU which is used for engine or transmission system or anything. So how it can be interfaced. So for that purpose only we are using the what you call this interface hardware. So this interface hardware may be any types, okay, any number of channels, any number of inputs. For example, see here all the sensors in this case, all the sensors are connected towards the ECU, and from the ECU through the one wire, maybe it is connected towards the hardware. So that may here in this case the ECU to ECU communication sort of thing, like what I call CAN communication or K-line communication will be happen, and from this interface module it will be connected towards the PC. So through the Ethernet cable. So in some cases, the directly instead of, in some cases on some data control system ECU may not be there. In those cases, all the sensors will be directly connected towards the what you call respective hardware, which is directly fixed in the PC or separately to the PC also. So in case to case, this data acquisition hardware, or you can say the interface hardware, will be varied from one type of application to the another type of application. Here in most of the cases, in case of vehicles during the development phase, all the ECUs are acquiring the data, and from the ECU the acquired data will be interfaced to the PC with the help of an intermediate interface hardware. And and again, once it is interfaced, it has to be what you called calibrated with the help of a particular software which is present inside the PC. So this is a typical schematic explanation, or you can say the schematic diagram of the what you call typical engine calibration or engine data acquisition system and a calibration setup. See, for example, here we are using then OpenECU. I hope we are aware about OpenECU, where there are different types of OpenECU, like a semi-open or a fully open ECU. So in case of semi-open ECU, where you can able to calibrate or you can able to change the lookup table values or lookup table parameters. But whereas in case of fully open ECU, you can able to change the control logic or control system strategy, and as well as the lookup table aspects also. So either of this two type of ECU can be what they called used in the present day system. This is applicable towards the both or any kind of engine ECU or any other ECU as well. So accordingly, you can able to what I call to classify this what I call data acquisition system modules. So basically, if you will see in this case, all the ECU inputs or all the engine related inputs, starting from say the crankshaft sensor, camshaft sensor, all the relevant inputs will be given towards the what I call the ECU. And this ECU will be interfaced with the one particular software called as ECAS, engine calibration and acquisition software, which is made from a different manufacturer. So accordingly, there is an interface hardware will be there. In the picture, it has not shown the hardware, but there will be an interface hardware will be there. And through this interface hardware, this ECAS software and ECU, open ECU will be connected, or it will be communicated. So it means that through means of ECAS software, you are interconnecting the engine and the ECU. So by means of this ECAS software, you can able to change the map values, lookup table values, so that the engine output, or you can say the engine performance and engine combustion parameter will be varied, and accordingly you can able to improve the engine performance or the emission output characteristics. So this is a typical example of the engine calibration setup along with the what I call data acquisition system. So a data acquisition system means simply not only acquiring the data. So of course here you can able to see the development of data acquisition system. See, first one is a data acquisition system, second is a data logging, then is a calibration system. See, for example, in case of data acquisition system, just you are acquiring the data and you are seeing the data. Whereas in case of data logging, you are acquiring the data, you can able to see the data, and you can able to retrieve the data also. That is a story. Okay, so the stored data can be retrieved also. Whereas in case of a calibration system, so in the online or in the at the instant point itself, the acquired data, the stored data can be changed, and the changed data can be immediately replicated, or immediately it can able to control the operation of the particular system. So that is the what I call the difference between this data acquisition system, data logging, and a calibration system. So these all the systems are interlinked to one, and all the systems are used in R&D systems, or you can say the research and development phase of the any kind of automotive systems. Not only the automotive system. For example, this data acquisition system, data logging, and the calibration can be used in any system. For example, wind turbine development or any kind of hardware system development. You can able to use this data acquisition system module to understand the system's operation. And once you are understanding the system operation, then thereby you can able to what you called calibrate, or thereby you can able to change. That calibration is nothing but some kind of improvement you are doing. Okay, so for that purpose only we are using the what I call data acquisition system along with the calibration system. See, basically, the results from the calibration may be many aspects. For example, say some kind of emission data, or some kind of what you call performance data, and some kind of what you call combustion related aspect. So whatever the aspects which is related to the emissions, so those data can be able to use for changing the what you call input information. And this advanced by means of advanced calibration technology, you can able to use this technology for a multiple fuel engine operation system also. But because for example, generally if you will see an engine will be calibrated or engine will be developed to operate in only one particular fuel in an effective way. For example, particular injection timing or injection pressure or whatever the parameters, so that parameters and everything will be suited for that particular fuel. But if you want to use any other or a multiple fuel, so in that case what you can do means you can develop a one more map, one more operating conditions, and between this map A and map B you can able to make a optimized one, and that particular single control strategy can be able to use for controlling both the fuels. That is what we'll call as a flexi fuel engine, because of the modern day usage many fuels are being introduced, a pure ethanol or a pure gasoline fuel, mix of ethanol gasoline blend or methanol base or any kind of other biodiesels. So by means of this advanced calibration technique and advanced data acquisition technology, we can able to develop what we call flex fuel maps rather than the conventional engine maps. So these flex fuel maps are developed in the engine operation for the variety of fuel blends. So this reference graph can be coupled with the base engine default map, and thereby you can able to vary the what I call the range of operation for the specific fuel in the specific according to the composition of the fuel based on the particular sensor of the fuel tank. So to sum up about the data acquisition and data logging, so this data acquisition system which is used to acquire the data, and whereas the data logging which will be used to store the information. But whereas the calibration system is nothing but at the online instant itself you can able to change the what you call system operations. So for the data, the components of the data system, data acquisition system includes the respective number of sensors and as well as the interface hardware. So that interface hardware has to be interfaced with the PC with the help of a particular interface software. So these are the different aspects of the data acquisition system. For any doubts, you can contact me. Uh, Thank you.